What is going up, you guys? Chris Rowe Poker here. We're gonna go no intro and dive right into hands. First hand that we're gonna talk about, we are 7-handed here. We are in the hijack and it folds to us and we look down at 5-8 of clubs. Probably not a really good hand, but up to this point I was playing super tight. I think I already folded a couple of orbits and I'm dying to get into some action here. 5-8 suited isn't the worst as long as I open, so I open it up to $15 and only the button calls. We go to the flop, heads up. Flop is King Queen 7, 2 diamonds. Terrible flop for my hand exactly. Maybe got a backdoor because of the 7, but the 2 diamonds and the 2 overcards, not really good, but good for my range. So I continue on the flop. I see bet for $20 and he calls. We go to the turn. The turn is an ace of hearts. Looking back on it, probably should have given up here just because, yeah, it's kind of good for my range, but the ace really completes a lot of draws. Jack 10 gets there. Ace Jack is there. Any ace, ace 5 of diamonds, ace 10. There's a lot of hands that I'm just getting beat by when they call the flop. But I thought I could have all those hands too. I could have all the aces. I could be ace king. I could be ace jack. I double barrel for $50 and he calls. And the river comes a queen. So the board pairs. Again, I decided that I was going to bluff at this, when I bet the flop and the turn. Can't give up now. I triple barrel and I bet out 175. I actually wanted to bet at 150, but I kind of misclicked. I grabbed too many chips. So I bet $175 and he tanks for a while. He doesn't call and he doesn't fold. He raises me. He raises to 505. And I kind of got bailed out here. I mean, I'm obviously folding. I'm just Hollywooding a little bit here just to save face. I think the worst thing would have been if he called, then I had to show the 8 high bluff. Anyways, he kind of bails me out, raises me out of the pot, and I just fold. Not the best bluff on my part, but we move on. This hand, under the gun opens to $15 and I look down at pocket 7s, under the gun +1. Definitely merit to raising this here, but my game, I want to play low variance, so I decide to call, and low jack calls, and it's 3 ways to the flop. And the flop is beautiful. Flop is ace 7 3 with 2 clubs. Flopping middle set here, under the gun C-best for $20. Definitely a good spot to raise, but I felt like I wanted to play a little bit trappy. I wanted to gamble and make sure that there is no club on the turn, and I felt like I could get more money in if I check raise later streets. So I decided to smooth call here, not afraid of really anything. And the low jack calls were still 3 ways to the turn. The turn comes a queen of hearts. Very good card for me. Kind of a blank turn. And it's even better when he bets out for a $100. I'm gonna spring the trap and I'm gonna put more money in. So I raise it to $300 here. And the low jack gets out of the way and now it's just heads up with under the gun and he tanks. And he's thinking about it. But in the end, he can't fold and he calls. So we're still heads up, going to the river. Please no club, please no club. Comes a 6 of diamonds. Whew. I mean, 4-5 gets there, but I think it has to be a very specific 4-5, like 4-5 of clubs. That's the only real hand that gets there. It's even better news when he checks it over to me. Now it really seems like I have the best hand and I'm trying to get some value here. And I had one question just in my mind, which is, how much would I bet if I had a bluff? Like if I had a club draw here and I got here and I bricked that, what would I do? And I think the answer is I would have just jammed all in, right? Like I have about a pot size, maybe a little bit more behind. The only way for me to get the bluff through is to go all in. So I can't really go all in because there's like that tiny bit, like a little bit of chance that that guy could hero fold like a big ace, like ace queen, ace queen's not gonna fold, but like ace king. There's a tiny chance that he can hero fold. So I didn't want to give him that. So I went half of what I would gone all in for value. I bet out for $400, which seemed like the perfect bet because he was in a conundrum here. But ultimately, he calls and he has ace king and he can't fold that. And I get paid off to take down a pretty decent pot. Let's go. We're back in the green here. From being down almost $300 to now being up almost $500. Man, these swings are massive. And now we come to this hand. It folds to me on the button and I look down at jack 8 offsuit. I think it's okay to open this when it folds to me. Coming down to 3-handed now because everybody ahead of us folded. So I decided to open jack 8 off. I said, you know what, I'm not going to be too nitty this session. So I opened up to $15. I think it's fine. Only the big blind calls and we are heads up to the flop. The flop comes down jack 6-7 rainbow. Top pair, decent-ish kicker. Also got got a backdoor, straight draws and stuff like that. But the big blind kind of does some weird physical tell thing that I picked up on, at least. He kind of like freezes a little bit, stiffens up a bit, tanks a little bit, and then he checks. When he does that, I don't know. For me, what I read into it was he hit something here. Like he didn't really know what to do, and it felt like he kind of wanted to check raise somehow. If I did bet out here, like he had like a combo draw, or even 6-7, Jack 7. It was either really polarizingly strong or polarizingly bad, and like he didn't completely miss this board. So I decided to check back on the flop to kind of pot control here, because I didn't see any merit in betting. There was a high chance of him check raising, and then now I'm there with the jack with the back kicker, and now I'm kind of screwed, and the pot's getting like bloated. So I didn't want any of that, so I checked back on the flop. Turn is another 6, and he leads out for $25. Can't fold for this, it's not bad. I call, and the river is another 6. So now I have 6 full of jacks. The only hand that I'm really losing to is if he had like 6-7 or jack 6, and he checks the river though. Most likely we're chopping, very small percentage that we're losing, and then there is still a decent percentage where he had like 10-9, 9-8, some kind of a, or like 5-4, right? Like some kind of an open-ended draw that missed. So I decided to kind of bet out. I think it was a bad bet. I think this board, now that looking back on it, it's another spot where only hands that are beating me are calling or chopping me are calling. It makes no sense, and it really is bad when he kind of just grabs some chips off the top of his rack, his big green stack, and just bets out. He doesn't even count how much it is. He just bets out. He check raised to 225, and I'm tanking there. I'm telling him, you have a 6, huh? You just have to have a 6, huh? You know, if he has it, he has it. So I call, and sure enough, he had 9-6 offsuit, and he got there, runner quads, to get the maximum value pretty much. So I mean, running into quads again. Last cash session, I had the same similar hand where I ran into it. Don't learn. I mean, quads are hard to read. Who the hell's gonna have quads? But here we go again. Run into quads and lose a decent-ish pot. Well, the best thing to do now is not get tilted. So here we go, another spot here. Middle position opens to $15, low jack calls, and I look down at ace queen of spades in the hijack. Not gonna let this go multi-way. Ace queen, good hand, suited, really good hand. I'm gonna 3-bet this. I 3-bet this up to $65. Fold round and the middle position and the low jack calls. So we are 3 ways to the flop. The flop comes down 2, 4, 10. Not really good for my hand exactly. Not really good for my range either. Checks to me though, so I check it back. Turn is an 8 of clubs. Middle position leads now, kind of big here. Middle position bets out for 175. Low jack folds, and I'm thinking quite a bit here, and something just told me that he was stabbing at the spot and he was weak. So I decide to float. I float, I call, I go to the river. The river is a queen of clubs, and this is a really good cut for me. So I thought he would have bet out here still, but he decides to check. I guess the flush draw came in there and he was scared. So I decided to bet kind of on the smaller side, get called by any 10, any 8. So I bet out $200, but he unfortunately folds. He probably didn't even have a pair, and he was just stabbing maybe like king queen or something like that. So I take this one down. Let's go. Alright, so not tilted and making good plays. That feels really good, and we also get rewarded now. We have an under the gun open to $15 and look down at pocket aces under the gun +1. So we 3-bet this up to $50. The button calls and the under the gun calls. We are 3 ways to the flop, and the flop is ace 3, 4, 2 hearts. Holy shit, we just hit top set with the flush draw out there. When it checks to me, I could have trapped this here, but I want to charge all the flush draws, any kind of ace king, anything like that. I'm going to charge ace queen. So I bet out for 50, about 30% pot, but unfortunately they all fold when we take down a small one. God, it's so good to see top set on a flushy board, but not lucky enough, can't get any value here. Well, I mean, that's sometimes how she goes. But we move on. There's more hands to play. So here we have an undergun straddle to $10. Low jack limps in for $10. And I look down at ace queen of clubs in the small blind. Gonna bump it up to $50. And only the limper calls. So it's heads up to the flop. The flop comes king jack 7, 2 diamonds. Well, fuck, man. It's not really the best board. I mean, I guess I have a gut shot to the nut straight, but 2 diamonds. I wish those were clubs, but it hits my range better than his, so I see bet to $50 and he calls. So we go to the turn. The turn is an ace, not a diamond. Because I hit a showdown value card, if he had like what, queen 10, which I kind of block, I'm pretty much drawing just to the chop, and I felt like I could get check raised because I'm out of position. In the end, I decided to check it over to him, and then he bets out for $75. course. My hand specifically, I can't really fold that at this point in the hand. So I call. So we go to the river. The river is a queen. Gives me 2 pair. Diamonds didn't come in. And I thought about leading out here, but again, any 10 now makes a straight. If I get check raised, I might get blown off my equity. So I decided to check back and just call anything if it's reasonable. And he checks back. He just shows queen 9 and I show ace queen and I win. I take it, you know, I take these wins. Any win's a win. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the last interesting hand that I played. I mean, I played one more, but it was pretty boring. I'll just quickly tell you what happened. Pocket 10s under the gun, open to 15. Cutoff calls or heads up, flop is ace, king, 3-2 space, completely miss it. And I check and he bets out for 25 and I just fold. I just get out of there and call it a night. Yeah, not bad overall. Bought in for 1500, cashed out 2285, netting me plus 785. We're right back on track. If I didn't lose that 1500 at the blackjack table, I'll be up double the amount, but you know, whatever, it's a learning experience. All this is a learning experience. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just get more hands next time. Let me know how this video is. Click that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!